in the month of May. 550 bucks. That's right, you heard me. Around 550 bucks. I can't get it, but I'm pretty sure it's 550 bucks. Be honest, this month I did not track the finance, how much income came in, and I'll be honest. This is probably the worst month ever I had so far. Like, the worst month ever. In money, financially wise. The rest though, oh baby, let me tell you. Instead of having income, I started investing. But first, let me talk about why the freaking money was less, okay? Okay, so I didn't have a lot of clients, I'll be honest. Mentorships went to an all-time low. Meanwhile, I was feeling an all-time high, I'll be honest. Because if y'all haven't seen the gram, y'all see why. And yeah, I want to say LARPing. Some people might call it flexing, but I'm a humble guy. You guys gotta remember that. All right, so I'm gonna just tell y'all what I've been up to. Freaking only have one meeting of mentorship, which I would say is not bad, but definitely not good. And editing clients, bro didn't show up basically all month. And I could have looked for more clients, but I'll be honest, taking a break was kind of nice. But like I said, there was a plus side of this, which I'll get to that in a minute. So not a lot of mentorship happening, not a lot of editing work happening. Thumbnail guy, I don't know, bro ran away or something. And I'll be honest, like presets, there's not a lot of preset sales when there's not a lot of video happening. That makes sense. Less videos equals less preset sales. More preset videos equals more preset sales, which makes a whole lot of sense, right? There, okay? So not a whole lot of money coming in, but there was a whole lot of money going out. Recently, if y'all haven't been keeping up with the gram, like I said, the Instagram, IG, bro, go follow me right there, right now. Give y'all a couple of seconds. Okay, good, you did it. Listen, your bro bought our Cartier, specifically Santo skeleton, right? I believe that's the actual name. You would think if I buy something that expensive, I should know. But that's beside the point, okay? I feel like it's a really good investment. If I were to sell it right now, I'll probably get a couple more bucks out of it. But I think I'm gonna keep it for a good while since it is my first actual high luxury watch. And I did get a lot of impressions on it. So might as well just keep it for a good while. So I would say it's a good investment. I'm actually thinking of starting a watch collection, which that's for a whole different day, whole different shebang. I actually will talk about that more on my other channel, which I'll let you guys know more about that later. So that's one investment. Secondly, picking up new skills, bro. Your boy been learning AI. Woo, boy, I bet you much of y'all scared. Probably mad at me now too. But listen, I'm not dropping music. Pause. I'm not gonna stop making music. Let's believe that. I'm not using AI for music. Believe that, okay? If you ever heard the term forward vibing, yeah, that's the program, bro. Because I don't cap. It's a good way to stay early to the future. You know, like Bitcoin and all that stuff. Somebody, I'll tell you, I was a little kid. So when it was my turn to start get up in it, it was a little too late. But it's never too late. Remember that, all right? So might as well die early in there. And I feel like vibe coding with AI and all that is still pretty early because I've talked about it to some people and they don't know it. If your grandma don't know it, most likely you're still pretty early. If your mom don't know it, most likely you're still pretty early. If your brother or sister don't know about it, definitely means you're early. And if you're early, it means it's an open field, a big ocean ready to be captured. All right, good prices for selling. All right, so I started learning vibe coding. I'm about to ship my first app hopefully soon. I'll document more about that on my other channels, which you guys should definitely go check out because I'm gonna start uploading more about like maybe daily life, like vlogs. I don't really go out there often, so I'm not sure you guys gonna have anything entertaining. But if you guys want to know a little bit more about what I do and what I'm working on and whatever, I would say it's a good way to learn and just to get to know me a little bit more better. And also, I feel like the channel, at least YouTube, like if I started talking about like pure crypto right now, I'll probably just scare some of y'all away. Cause y'all like, bro, what that has to do with my music career? Exactly. But the thing is, you guys don't realize there's more to life than just music. Alright, and I feel like I'm definitely stemming away from just only music and more to like maybe music business, if that makes sense. I'm still dropping music, let's believe that. I just think there's a lot of untapped potential that I think a lot of people are scared to touch, mainly because they just want to make music. And I think you can make more music and live life amazingly, doing a whole bunch of other stuff on the side as well, right? So let's be honest. I kind of mentioned this on my Instagram. Spotify is not paying good money. Let's be honest. iTunes is not paying good music. In fact, I might make a video on this. If you look at my distributor analytics, I might put it on the screen. The most payout platform for music is TikTok. TikTok, bro. TikTok not even a music platform. Can somebody make that make sense? You know what I'm talking about? Like, how is TikTok is going to be generating the most money out of my music? People think TikTok should be paying me good money for my videos, but in fact, that's not even how it works. I'm getting good money for my music from TikTok, not Spotify, not Apple Music, none of that. So that just shows proof, like, hey, I think we've been had it all twisted, bro. Like, oh, let's drop more music, that works. But Spotify is not even paying a penny, bro. Not even a penny. That's a freaking messed up part, bro. So, like, that just shows proof, evidence that maybe, like, it's good to put your music on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, or SoundCloud, YouTube Music. It's nice because, you know, reachability, all of that, right? Some of y'all might be saying, that's all I need, bro. I can't even have good reach and all that. Sure, whatever. That's nice. So, like, I'm not even care. I don't care about the money. I care about, you know, making music. All right, bro. At that point, just upload on SoundCloud, bro. But I want people, some people don't have SoundCloud. They use Spotify. All right, bro. If this is just your passion, whatever, nice. But I'm not here for that, all right? I'm gonna let you know right now. This channel is not for hobby. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna play, have fun. No, bro. If that's the case, click off this video right now. Unsubscribe. Because at the end of the day, you ain't taking this serious, bro. You're just doing this for fun. You're just doing it just because, I don't know, freaking... It just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I'll be honest, it really doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's fun. Like, I tell you, I love making music. But at the end of the day, are you actually even trying to improve making music? Because if you're trying to improve, guess what? You need to pay for better plugins, instruments. Let's be honest, bro. Mike Dean without those expensive synths? What is he, bro? I'm being realistic. Take all those $10,000, $30,000 cents from Mike Dean. What is bro at the end of the day? Not dissing on him. I'm just saying. So I'm not saying it's impossible to go viral, popular with just BandLab and your Apple earphone microphone and whatnot. I'm not saying that. What I am saying at the end of the day, there's a reason why it's cheap, because it can only take you so far, right? There's a reason why the music industry has upgraded equipment and all that. There's a reason why Kanye West started using AI. There's a reason why Drake started using AI. Alright? Now, I'm not fully advocating AI for that reason, but I think there is benefits on that. And I don't care what y'all say. Look at me like I'm the villain. Unsubscribe at the end of the day. The ones that not supporting me or the idea on that, y'all not feeding me. That serious, okay? And I know this sounds ironic because earlier this video, I literally just said I didn't make that much money, and also I was fine with it. But that wasn't because, you know, I said, you know, it's whatever, I'm done. I did not quit. I didn't say this sucks, I'm not gonna do it no more. I didn't do that. In fact, I said, let me learn new skills that can bring me higher paying clients, more opportunities, bro. Because the more you work with people, the more you're actually able to get yourself out there. Because think about it. There's this one guy, I don't know what's his actual name, Honcho, something like that, on TikTok and Instagram, bro. Literally, this dude, he's in a wheelchair. I don't know what his condition is, but he's in a wheelchair, just like me, right? But he has a totally different condition. Bro decided to take the initiative. I don't know how he was able to do it, but God bless him. Bro took the initiative, went to, I think, Rolling Loud, a whole bunch of other different concerts, and took the chance to try to get interviews from the artist, get himself out there, right? And that's something really hard to do, especially when you're disabled in a wheelchair, right? So the point that I'm trying to give is, he did all that, and now bro knows the date to Osama-san's new album, new project. Bro had interviews with Too Slimy and a whole bunch of other people. He has connections now. Think about that, all right? And I'll tell you, he didn't do that for free. Bro had to spend money either buying the tickets to go to this concert. I don't even know if you need to pay for like media tickets or whatever the heck, you know. You gotta pay for that type of stuff. You don't get in there for free. And I best believe you, bro, does not drive. So bro has to pay for his family probably. Or his family, they buy tickets, however, I don't know how that works. But if you're just gonna sit in your room making music and not try to actually benefit from this, bro, like make money out of it, put yourself out there, you gotta also pay for promo. You can try to make multiple clips and whatnot by yourself. It's gonna work. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm just saying to say, yo, why am I not blowing up? Why is this and that? Me, cry about it, right? There's a reason, bro. You're not doing the most. Somebody's out there spending money, working hard, grinding, investing, recording music every day. Same thing like you're doing, but with all these extra steps, right? And then you wonder, why am I not blowing up? Why am I not getting followers? Why nobody like my... That's why. Alright? Because you're not being consistent enough. You're not investing enough. You're not actually trying to make the most out of every opportunity. And that's what I'm saying. Even though maybe you're not having the best of luck and income, best of luck and time or whatever, do the best you can. Take every situation as an opportunity. Okay? It's a new opportunity. Whether that's to learn something new, talk to some new people, practice some new skills. It's not gonna be easy, but it's also not that hard to take the initiative and say, you know what? Let me do something. Let me actually try to do something to move the needle at least 1%. To think about it. If you move the needle 1% every week, there's roughly 52 weeks in a year. Alright? So imagine you locked in for the entire year. You just moved the needle 52% up to the actual goal. So in 2 years or less, you can reach your goal wherever you want to be. And that's only by 1% every week. You might actually have more luck. You can move that needle 5% that week, 10% that week. Next week, maybe only 0%. But what matters the most is that you're taking the effort to take advantage of that. And that's the point that I'm trying to give in this video. Yes, the numbers might look low, things don't look that good, but you gotta take every opportunity, every situation as a new opportunity. So, with that being said, let me give a little bit more information on what I've been working on besides, investing on a nice watch, revamping the channel. Let me talk a little bit more about the channel. So, for you guys that don't know, this channel is mainly about music, presets, and whatnot. I've rebranded 2 of my other channels. One of them is called Shades, and the other one is Shades to Shades. In Shades, I'll be talking more about like the business stuff, crypto, possibly even Roomba, which if you guys don't know what that means, let's just talk about something that has to do with cha-ching, Roomba-ling. Maybe that might be a little bit better, alright? Whatever that has to do with bringing in income, alright? You guys don't see all my wins, my loss. I think, there's a lot of things I want to do that probably won't work on this channel, but definitely you guys can learn a thing or two there. Get to a little bit know, on how I run things. And then on the Shades to Shades channel, it's a little bit similar, except you're going to watch me do things. I'll try to upload daily. I'm not sure how well I can do that, but you're going to see me upload there pretty often, pretty frequently. Most likely get the space cam with screen share, or if you guys get lucky, a little bit of vlogs and whatnot. And I'll be giving you guys some good advice and whatnot, just so you guys can know a little bit more about me and whatnot. So with that being said, lock in. There's no limit to what you can do, and I'll catch y'all in the next